Shalom, family. It's your brother Chris. I pray all is well. I pray everybody having a beautiful and blessed day. First, I want to say all praise to the Most High YAH. Give him all the praises and all the honor and all the glory that he deserves. Hallelujah. So welcome back to another edition of Can We Talk and Not Talk? I'm going to dive right into this thing. Stop trying to figure out what the Most High has already worked out. And we truly, really, we got to get to a point where we are not trying to figure out what the Most High has worked out. He is already working things out for the good. So instead of trying to figure out what he is doing, start to figure out what it is that we need to be doing in this season, in this situation, as things are coming forth, as things are happening in our lives. We have to be able to understand that the Most High has worked everything out, but we have to stop trying to ask why. Stop trying to figure out what's the play-by-play is. Stop trying to figure out how is it going to work? And start to really follow his instructions. And sometimes it could be easier said than done. But we have to be able to understand that the Most High has already worked everything out for your good. The only thing we need to be doing is to truly seek him, seek his instructions, and stay obedient. And not murmuring and complaining, not wavering in our spirit. Truly have faith and truly trust in him, because we can say that we trust him, but if we still trying to ask why, if we still trying to figure out the play-by-play by everything, leaning on our own understanding and trying to move outside of his will, and we start to move in our flesh when we do these things, and not truly understanding that we just need to be content, do what he is calling us to do, and stay focused on him, and not allow your own thoughts or your own self to get in the way with what he is doing, because what he is doing is already worked out for our good. But we are the ones who has to stay the course, and we are the ones who have to walk that path, walk that thing all the way out, and not try to control everything. Let go of that control, because we cannot control the things that is in our lives. When it comes to when things are happening, we like to try to take control of everything, because 9 times out of 10, we want it to go the way that we wanted it to go. But if we check our track history, every time things was left in our hands, it went wrong. Because we are not being new creatures of the Most High. We are not our own. We belong to the Most High YAH. He knows what's best for us. He knows our needs. We just know what we want. We think we know what we need, but actually we only know what we want. So I have to be able to truly surrender all the control and say, YAH, I leave it at your feet, and you take this. You take these burdens away. You control. You take the steering wheel. And also not letting anybody else take the steering wheel, because a lot of times we can start to bring other people into the situation that the Most High didn't even tell us to go over here and bring him or bring her, and we start to put people into our situations and things that we are going through that wasn't even meant to be. And then based upon that, we could be compromised because we start listening to them and we stop listening to YAH, and then that right there can cause you to start moving different. And now you're hearing different because now you have outside voices. Now you have somebody else's opinion that's been projecting on you because you're entertaining it. So we have to be mindful of also that who we allow even in our space. And stop taking everything to everybody else and start taking it directly to YAH and allow him to deal with it. And if you're not hearing from him, then just be still. Be still and let YAH work that thing out. Not being so anxious that we take it upon ourselves to start moving on our own accord. Because we feel like that we've been here for too long and we're ready to get up out of this current situation. So we take it upon ourselves and go outside of his will, and then we move on our emotions and our feelings and the way that we feeling because we're just tired of the situation, and we go off and we do things that is not of YAH. He didn't tell us to go that way. Or because that I didn't hear from him, then I'm going to take it upon myself to start moving. When I should have did, it just stay at his feet and be still and listen to his instructions and continue to stay steadfast. So these are the things that when you're going through situations, certain trials, and right now, you know, spiritual warfare, I mean, really, if the devil's not messing with you, then he might already have you. And what I mean by that is that people who say they are followers or believers of the Most High, we're going to go through things just like Yahushua HaMashiach, Christ. Some things we put ourselves in, and some things he just allowed, just like Job. He allowed things to happen to Job. And a lot of times things happen to us because we do put ourselves in it. But a lot of times because he allowed these things to happen because it's to try us, it's to humble us, it's to show us things that we don't see about ourselves, and to also to build us up, to bring the best out of us. So it's not always necessarily that you just did something wrong. It's just that this is a situation that he is allowing to happen. So in spiritual warfare, it's going to happen. You're going to go through things. So if you just living this so good of a life, but you claiming that you follow God, and yet you're not going through anything, life is good, everybody love you, everything is just A-okay, might want to check yourself, because the world love his own. And if the devil not messing with you, he not attacking you, ain't going through nothing, then he might already have you. Because, you know, when we live in this life, striving and following and believing in the Most High, you know, it's going to be things that we're going to constantly go through. I mean, the word says that we must suffer the rain. So these spiritual attacks is going to be constantly coming at us, constantly pulling us, constantly trying to get us to stretch back, constantly trying to get us to get outside of the Most High's will and to get out the spirit of the Most High, to bring us back into captivity, into sins and things that we once was bound to. So the devil is always working overtime with the children of the Most High. He don't care about the ones he already got. So if you ain't going through nothing, then he might already have you. If you claiming that you follow the living Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you're not going through anything, Might want to take a look at that. Because especially at such a time like this, the devil trying to grab everybody that he can. Him and his hosts, all his demonic spirits. You see demonic people everywhere. It's turned up. So it's constantly things that we have to endure on the daily. And sometimes you come out of a trial to go right back into one. It's not necessarily that you got released from this one, but sometimes it's just another form of being tried in that fire. So I might turn it up a little bit. But just know, don't allow your own thinking or the way that you perceive things or the way that you want it to go. And when the Most High is giving you instructions, just using this as just comparing, you want to yank the instructions and you want to look over to yourself and, well, I don't know, y'all. I don't think, I don't like that. And you try to figure out your way. Or you don't like what the Most High is telling you to do. But he already has mapped this thing out to where if we follow his instructions and be obedient and stop entertaining gossip, stop entertaining people who is gossiping, stop entertaining things that we know that we need to be casting down, stop being easily offended by every little thing, the murmuring and complaining that I'm guilty of myself, that I praise YAH that he's been bringing different messages and different people in my life or people that he has around my life to be able to bring these things out, because we can't be worrying about things that we can't change. You are at where you at because he's allowing you to be there. So stop trying to figure out why you're there. Stop trying to figure out how you're going to get out of it. But yet, pray that he'll give you the instructions and pray that he'll show you what's the lesson, what it is you need to be doing, and also what you need to be learning. Who you need to be interceding for, who you need to be praying for. Not just always praying about yourself, but praying for others. He might send you somewhere to show you some things that you need to take heed to, pay attention to, or to pray for specific people, or for that situation that somebody else might be going through. So you have to look at it even in that aspect and realize that it's bigger than yourself. And learning how to put ourselves on the back burner and others before us, it's a humbling experience in itself. And as me and my brother Alan was able to do a live on learn how to be content, this just go with it. Stop trying to figure out what the Most High is doing. His words already say, your ways is not my ways. And we got to stop leaning on our own understanding and trying to take control of something that is not in our hands. It's in his hands. He's the Alpha, he's the Omega, he's the author and the finisher. He knows all. He's the potter and we're the clay. Letting go and let YAH is one of the biggest things that needs to be done, or rather need to be applied in this time. And Self-examination is real big. When the Most High is showing you something, if you're not hearing from Him, a lot of times that means just sit still and wait. Patience. Let patience have a perfect work. And just know that He sees your situation. He sees what you're going through. He haven't forgot about you. But just know that He's doing things that you don't see. He's doing things on your behalf that you don't see. Just because you might not be hearing from Him, wait a little, sit and wait. But best believe that it's already worked out for your good. You just have to be the one who follows the instructions so that you can get to the point where you can be released and that you can walk through that breakthrough. So stop trying to figure out his instructions. Stop trying to figure it out, because Most High's already worked it out. You remember to keep your head up and your faith in YAH, and you continue to go forward. Press to the mark of the high call. Hallelujah. With that being said, family, it's your brother Chris. It's another edition of Can We Talk and Not Talk. I'm going to say peace and blessings. And shalom. Yes, indeed.